Do you remember the feeling of digging your fingers to the bottom of a box, past all the sticky caramel popcorn, hunting for something small and wonderful that was meant just for you? On this day in 1912, one of the most joyful little traditions in American history is officially born. And the story behind it starts with a young immigrant who arrived in Chicago with almost nothing and ended up feeding the whole country. Stay until the end, because this one is going to make you smile. The year is 1871. A 23-year-old German immigrant named Frederick Ruckheim steps off a boat and arrives in Chicago with exactly $200 in his pocket and no plan beyond making something of himself. He finds work helping clean up after the Great Chicago Fire, and somewhere along the way, he discovers he has a real gift for making popcorn. He starts selling it from a cart on the streets. Customers love it. He brings his brother Louis over from Germany. Together, they tinker with the recipe, experimenting with molasses, peanuts, and caramel, until one day they crack it. The popcorn no longer sticks together. It is perfectly crispy, perfectly sweet, and absolutely impossible to stop eating. In 1893, they brought their creation to the World's Columbian Exposition, Chicago's Grand World's Fair. A visiting salesman tastes it. His eyes go wide, and he exclaims the popular slang of the day. That's Cracker Jack, meaning something so good, it is almost unbelievable. The brothers look at each other. They have their name. By 1908, Cracker Jack is already a popular snack, but something is about to happen that no advertising team could ever have dreamed up or paid for. A 29-year-old vaudeville entertainer named Jack Norworth is riding the 9th Avenue train to a gig in Manhattan when he spots an advertisement for a baseball game at the Polo Grounds. Something clicks in his brain. He pulls out a scrap of paper and starts scribbling lyrics right there on the train. He has never been to a baseball game in his life. His collaborator, Albert von Tilzer, who writes the music, has never been to one either. But together, they write the song that will become one of the 3 most recognized in American history, right alongside the Star-Spangled Banner and Happy Birthday. And right in the middle of the chorus, for absolutely no commercial reason and with no deal whatsoever from the Ruckheim brothers, Jack Norworth writes the line that will echo through every ballpark in America for the next 115 years and counting. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. Cracker Jack did not pay for that mention. They did not ask for it. They did not even know it was coming. It was, as one writer put it, like having Happy Birthday randomly feature a verse about your product. Sales explode. The brand is immortalized overnight. And then comes February 19th, 1912, the day that turns a good snack into a legend. By now, the company employs 700 people. Frederick Ruckheim is thinking about how to make Cracker Jack not just something you eat, but something you experience. He knows that some boxes have occasionally included random coupons or small trinkets, but what if every single box had a surprise inside? On this day, Cracker Jack officially launches its prize in every box promotion. The first prizes are small, made of wood, paper, and metal, and they are mixed right in among the popcorn and peanuts. You have to dig for them. And that digging, that hunt, that small moment of anticipation turns out to be pure magic. In 1914 and 1915, the prizes included collectible baseball cards featuring legends like Ty Cobb and Honus Wagner. A complete set of those original cards today is worth around $100,000. The prizes shift with the times. Wood and metal in the early years, paper during World War II when metal was rationed, then plastic, then stickers, then temporary tattoos, then little dexterity games where you try to roll a tiny ball into just the right spot. Over the past century, Cracker Jack has given away an estimated 17 billion prizes. There is one more piece of this story that stays with me. Around 1918, Frederick Ruckheim, decided it was time for a new look for the box. He works with his art department to replace the cartoon bears with something more meaningful. The face they choose is modeled after Frederick's own 4-year-old grandson, Robert, a bright-eyed little boy in a sailor suit. A stray dog named Russell, adopted by a company partner, becomes Bingo. Sailor Jack and Bingo became the trademark in 1919. They are still on every box today. But here is the part that adds real tenderness to this story. Young Robert Ruckheim died just a year or two after becoming the face of the brand. His grandfather made sure his memory would live on. And it has. On every box of Cracker Jack sold in the last 100 years, that little boy is still smiling. Here is what I love most about this story. Frederick Ruckheim did not start with a great plan or a business school degree. He started with a cart, a recipe, and a belief that something simple, done with care and a little surprise, could bring people joy. Here is what I love most about this story. Frederick Ruckheim did not start with a great plan or a business school degree. He started with a cart, a recipe, and a belief that something simple, done with care and a little surprise, could bring people joy. And that little prize in the bottom of the box, it was never about the prize itself. It was about the feeling of finding it, the hunt, the surprise, the moment when something small and unexpected makes you feel like today is your lucky day. That feeling is something every generation has shared. Your grandparents dug for those prizes. Your parents did. You probably did too. And somewhere right now, a kid is doing the same thing, sticky fingers and all, completely convinced that what is at the bottom of that box is going to be absolutely wonderful. Those are the moments that weave families together, and they are the moments worth remembering and writing down. Think about that for just a second. What are the small, everyday rituals from your own childhood or your family's story that you have never quite put into words? The little things that only your family did, the recipes that only your grandmother made, the phrases your grandfather always said, the traditions that felt so ordinary at the time but now feel precious and irreplaceable. Those stories are your family's Cracker Jack prize, the hidden treasure that only you can find and share. And the people who come after you deserve to know where it is buried. Here is something I want to share with you. I am putting together a completely free guide for History Sparks subscribers to help you start writing your own family stories. No writing experience needed, just warm and simple guidance to help you capture the moments and the people that make your family who it is. Would you want that? Drop a yes in the comments now, and I will make sure it reaches you. It is my gift to this community, and I would be genuinely happy to put it in your hands. Every single day on History Sparks, there is a story just like this one waiting for you. Real people, real moments. Proof that the most beautiful things in history often start on a street corner with $200 and a dream. Subscribe to History Sparks right now and come back tomorrow. The next story is already waiting, and I promise it is worth showing up for.